What's up, guys? You know who it is. It's your boy Kenny with JDM Muscle, and on today's video I'm going to show you the proper way on how to paint a valve cover. And today I'm actually going to use my Honda S2000 as the project car. So let's dive into it. I'm going to show you the products I'm using, the paint stripper, all the way to the removal, and then the painting of the product and putting the valve cover back on the Honda. Mine's getting a little bit faded. It is still that stock red color from 2001, so I think it's time to update it and make it a new color. Let's get started. Alright guys, before we get started I want to show you what I am going to be using. First, I've got the Duplicolor paint stripper. After I hit it with the paint stripper, hopefully it only takes a few coats to get all that old paint off. Second, I'm going to hit it with the Duplicolor adhesion promoter. That way it'll make it extra sticky for my paint. For paint today, I'm actually going to use a VHT high temperature engine enamel. That's right, I'm going gold on a Honda. And then after the gold paint, I am going to hit it with a VHT high temperature engine enamel, just a gloss clear. That way it really locks in that tight, dark shine, and hopefully it protects it for the years to come. So let's check out the power plant, and I'll slowly show you how to kind of dissect that valve cover. Alright guys, I took the valve cover out to an open spot, somewhere I can paint and strip the paint. I put a bunch of boxes down the top of my old table. Now I do want to cover up all the unnecessary holes I don't want paint or stripper getting into. So that's what I'm going to do for the next few minutes, is take my time and block off all these holes. Alright guys, now that we're outside, everything's taped off. Let's hit it with the paint stripper. I'm going to put it on pretty thick. Just like that, guys, hit it with the paint stripper. Now, because it is older paint, it is going to work a little faster. So I'm going to pull you up close real quick just to show you how quick it's starting. Kind of hard to see, but you can see the peel already in certain spots. Alright guys, it's been on there for about 15 minutes. I just want to see how this first little bit's going to come off. Wire brush is probably going to be your easiest. You can buy a wire brush kit for, I don't know, $3. Comes with brass, steel, and then just a nylon. Steel, of course, is going to be good for rust, things like that. The brass is a little bit easier on metal. I don't really need to beat my stuff up and scratch it all up. Hold on, sweetie.
You can show you how you can show you what you do it on your head. What you do it on your head. What you put on.
Alright guys, I'm going to shut the camera off and do a little scraping, and then I'll show you what's next. Alright guys, so the first coat went pretty well. Got a decent amount off, not half as much as I wanted. So, let's spray it again. Now I have used this spray before. I think this time I'm going to give it about 20. Pick up, sweetheart. I'm going to give it about 20, maybe 30 minutes. The longer it sits, the better it really does work. Alright guys, so finally got the valve cover all cleaned up. Now I am actually going to show you the next steps, which are the fun steps. Let's start painting this valve cover and see how it turns out. Let's get started. Alright guys, as you can see, I did finally get all that paint off of the valve cover and the spark plug cover. For a while there I did use I ended up buying a new paint stripper. It was an aircraft paint remover. Easiest things I did was actually use a razor blade to get the big surfaces. In smaller spots I did use my wire brush. Now I'm not going to lie, once I hit a certain spot I just could not get the paint out of some of these little crevices. I did take it to work and I used a sandblaster. If you have access to a sandblaster, it is going to make getting all these spots easier. Alright guys, everything's taped off. This is what I'm going to do. First one, Duplicolor adhesion promoter. I'm going to hit it with 2 coats, 3 to 5 minutes in between, back to back, just to make everything sticky. I am then going to hit the valve cover itself with gold enamel. I'm going to do, first 2 coats are going to be a little bit lighter. Third one I'm going to lay on a little bit thicker. As for the spark plug cover, the first layer I'm going to do is going to be black. I'm going to do a similar thing, 2 lighter sprays, and then the third one I'm going to put on a little bit thicker. After all of my coats, I am going to hit it with a high gloss clear just to make sure everything is going to be tight. I want that paint to last for the next couple of years and I want it to look deep and rich. Alright guys, and after I spray this one with the black and then the clear coat, I am actually going to pull all this off, retape everything, and I'm going to hit all this with gold, go through all the same steps that I did with everything else. So, let's get started. Like I said, let's just lay it on there. Doesn't have to be anything crazy for the adhesion promoter. Let's just hit it with one nice coat. Now I did pick a well-ventilated area. Actually picked out in my yard. Alright guys, it's been about 3 minutes. Let's hit it with another coat of the adhesion promoter. Alright guys, let's get to the fun part. First I'm starting out with my gold, which is for my valve cover itself. Like I said, I'm going to do probably 2 lighter coats and then maybe the third one will be heavy. We'll see how well it lays on. Be harder in a few of these spots. Not too worried about the first coat being super heavy. Next coats we can start to actually cover the product a little more. Let's just work and worry about putting a first coat on. Normally I feel like it's something everybody wants to rush. If you're like me, you take pride in your work. So rushed product is not a good product. Now that that's got its first coat of gold, let's get over here at the spark plug cover with black. I'm trying to keep them far enough distance apart. That way I don't get paint from one onto the other. For this black, I just picked up some black engine enamel. Alright guys, it's been 10 minutes. Let's hit it with the second coat. Now remember, the second coat, I'm not drenching it, but I am putting it on a little bit thicker. That way it does start to hold some of that color. And boy, is it looking amazing. So let's come around and check out the black from the first coat of how quickly it's already black. Right away you can see how much faster the black, being in a dark color, wants to lay. Alright guys, it's time for my third coat. Now you be the judge of it. If you can put this on and if you think 3 coats is good, end with 3. But if you see that you might need a 4th coat, please hit it with a 4th coat. It's your work. I'm going to try to lay it on a little bit thicker this time. Don't make it so thick that it runs or you get blotches all over. Like I said, you be the judge. Alright guys, even though it's looking amazing, I am going to lay a 4th coat on just to hit all the spots where I can still see shadowing or the blackness from the part itself. Alright guys, this will be my final coat of black. I'm going to make sure that I lay it on this coat. Alright guys, now that I'm done with my gold, I'm done with my black, I am going to hit it with the gloss clear. 2 coats. Back to back with about 3 minutes in between, because we want to take care of all the work we just did. Otherwise, why else do it, correct? So the first one, let's just lay it on. And the second one, we'll re-hit everything again. One more coat left. Alright guys, I promise this is the last and final step on this. I will end up having to peel the tape off the Honda, the VTEC, and the dual overhead cam part, which I will spray gold. Probably don't need to make a video on that, you guys have seen enough, but let's hit it with the last gloss clear coat. I'll put it on a little thick, and then from there I'll show you when everything's finished, and then I'll show you once it's back on the Honda S2000.